To you again from marking through this big old piece here that I got while we were in Florida, and I painted when I got home. And we've been working on it now. This is like part 5. I don't even know. And so the girls are away at, I didn't even realize it was 11:30 on the dot when I started this. It's supposed to happen, right? So the girls are on their way, or not on their way. They're at their music lesson. Pull it together. They're at their music lesson until 12:30, so I'll be heading back out to get them at 12:15. And in that time, we get to come hang out. We get to do some painting. Watching me paint is really relaxing. Listening to the crazy stuff that comes out of my mouth will change your life if you allow it to and you find the lessons in it. I've got some mandala cards here that I thought we could start with and get a message and an intention for our day and what we're going to be painting. I might read you guys some lyrics or a poem that I've written. It's clearing the cards. Put a little blessing over them. These cards now. Thank you. In good Lord's name, in Jesus' name, please bring in the positive love, light, energy, messages to help us on our journey. That was easy. Look at that. Integrity. So crazy. Oh, so this is really crazy because I know it's backwards. I'm not confident enough to not see what's happening behind me. Integrity. So this card comes out. I made a comment on a post that Fox News did in regards to diet. They did, it wasn't just a post, they did a whole video with Tucker Carlson on the diet that's killing the world off and what people need to be staying away from, and we need to be healing ourselves through food. And I made this comment that our medical establishment is broken, that I am who I am because of the lessons that I learned through quitting the medical establishment, and that I healed myself through changing diet and getting nutrition, proper nutrition. And somebody posted this morning, integrity, below that. And so to pull this card today is asking us as a collective, as a people, to stand in our integrity. It takes a lot of courage to do so. It takes a lot of courage to be brave and to be real and to be authentic and to stand behind the values and the core beliefs that you have, no matter the situation, no matter the circumstances. Stand in your integrity and have the courage to do so. This is so powerful. I want to read to you what Alana Fairchild. So these are the Crystal Mandala Oracle cards by Alana Fairchild. And I want to read the first paragraph because it comes with a chapter book. And this book definitely helped heal me in some of my darkest times. But I'm not going to read the whole chapter. I'm going to read the little first part. So here we go. We bring you the empowerment of integrity. Integrity is the harmony between intention, word, and action. It is a discipline of love that creates inner security, confidence, and self-esteem. Integrity allows you to choose what promises you make according to the reasons that have meaning for you. It empowers you to make decisions that feel authentic and honor your values. It allows you to say no without guilt or shame because you are not willing to compromise who you are to make another comfortable. As you honor your words and actions, doing what you say you will do, when you say you will do it, you grow power and respect within. You can express your integrity absolutely, and yet with kindness and compassion. Integrity is the gift that will bring you a powerful peace of mind and loving self-respect. Oh, so powerful. So that's really, really exciting. Hang on, I'm going to hop onto this live chat via the computer I have here so that naked lady mandalas, I won't even pop up in the search bar. They don't want y'all finding me. That'd be just silliness. It's Mandala time again. There it is. We're going to click into it, and I'm going to cheat the algorithm by putting a person in here. We're going to put it on mute. Gosh darn it. And so pop in a comment so we get some visibility. If you're here and signing on, like, comment, subscribe, share. All right, so we got a watcher, we got a thumber upper. Integrity. So that is what we are working with, and higher will came out on the bottom. That's a really pretty card. And integrity, like the color is serious on green, and that's usually a color that is associated with heart chakra. And so speaking from your heart, coming from your heart, making decisions with your heart. Don't make rash decisions. I'm somebody that did that all the time. It's not recommended. Doing things with integrity and doing them from your heart is going to change your life. Higher will is this card on the bottom. Blue star sapphire, because it's all about crystals and stuff. I love crystals. I think they're nice, but I'm not somebody that wants to like rely on them to do what I should be doing myself. Like I am a crystal. So like I don't need to carry them with me all the time. I will occasionally wear them around my neck depending on like what I'm guided to wear, but I don't know their names. I don't know what actions they do. I just do what I'm told, and it's worked out good since. But higher will. There's something higher, something bigger than us that is kind of driving this school bus that we're all on. And as much as we may want things, as much as we may want or think that we need something, higher will is going to possibly put us in alternate directions than what we had previously anticipated or might have seen for ourselves. So there's that. I'm going to put these at the top of our painting today. Just to keep a reminder. What do we got for time? It's 11:37. I'm going to have a sip of this. I'm going to pick up my guitar. I'm going to tune the guitar. I didn't get a chance to do that this morning. Trying to think of what song to play for y'all today. Hi! Yay! Joelle's in the house! It's so good to see you! Alright, so I was trying to think of what song to play for you guys while I'm trying to tune my guitar. These temperature changes have been killing the tuning for reals. All right, so a song I'm going to play for you guys is called Starry Eyes. And I wrote it for my daughter, my oldest daughter. And I wrote it because she had gone through a lot in her lifetime with my healing and me not being the best mother that I could be. And lately I've been working on healing that relationship with her, and it is not easy. And I've had to remind her of these lyrics of this song. And so I'm going to sing it for you all today, and I hope you enjoy. It wasn't always easy, 'cause I was broken, but I had you, and ocean memories, dolphins playing, 3 little mermaids chasing the breeze. So cheer up, star. headed for a big surprise in this life. It's all changing for you. And hold your head up high, always reaching for the sky. Keep breathing it in, starry eyes. It's all changing for you, for all things that you do, for all of your love, for all your kindness. It's all shining down from above. So cheer up, starry eyes. You're headed for a big surprise in this life. It's all changing for you. And hold your head up high, always reaching for the sky. Keep breathing it in, starry eyes. Sometimes waves wanna hold us down, when you feel like you're gonna drown. Just remember, no one's gonna save you. You have to save yourself. That's what Grandpa Wayne says. So cheer up, starry eyes. You're headed for a big surprise in this life. It's all changing for you. Hold your head up high, always reaching for the sky. Keep breathing it in, starry eyes. Ooh. Keep breathing it in, starry eyes. Woo! So there you have it, my friends. Thank you for being here, Joelle. Thank you for watching. Oh, that's so awesome. That's amazing. I love that. Thank you so much. I did think as I was singing that we did all need that message today. And no matter what's going on in your life, no matter what we are all going through, that we just have to keep trying, moving forward, and believing that it's going to get better. Because, like, knowing my life and everything I've been through, it's definitely gotten better, even when I didn't believe it. But it makes it easier when we believe in the power, right? So let me take one more quick drink, and then we're gonna get to some painting. And I hope the sound was good. I'm sorry, halfway through the song I was like, oh no, I didn't put the headphones in. Ad astra per astra, star to star. Is that what that is? I'm loving this. There's engagement today. To the stars through difficulties. Beautiful. And guess what? So you weren't here earlier, so I'll just show the intention cards that came up today. Integrity, standing in our integrity, even when it's difficult, having the courage to do so. That came up today. And then higher will, higher guidance. That was the bottom of the deck. So these cards were what came out for our intention today. I'm going to switch this around. You guys are going to go for a ride. All right. And it's going to yell at me to rotate the video, but I'm not gonna. Kansas State motto. Yes, that's really cool that they have that as their motto. All right, let's get this party started. And yes, the cards were also awesome, Joelle. All right. Oh no. I guess I'll use my drinking water to be my paint brush dip in water. I also brought over my dotting tools because I thought maybe we would throw some dots in this business. I need to move that over. Yeah, there's more of my floor in there than there is mandala. All right, so then we've got our messy paint palette, which is okay. And we're gonna throw some white, titanium white, Bob Ross style up in here. And a little bit of silver I've been working with on this last outer layer the last couple of times. And a little paintbrush action. I gotta wipe this somewhere. It's always fun doing these videos. There's nowhere to wipe it. I don't even have a paper towel in the house. It's always fun doing these videos, seeing where the mandala takes us on our journey today. And the message that's been coming out lately is it's all about layers. Like everything is layers. The soil is layers. Flowers are layers. Plants are layers. We are layers. The level of education that we feed ourselves and knowledge that we feed ourselves, it all comes in layers, right? So let's continue our layers today. And there's a little bit of a mess up here. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, because I think I'm going to go back to working like this needs some stuff. And we've got these little feathery things that I did last time. And since our bird tribe friend, Miss Joelle, is here, Shrek said it. Oh no, since our bird tribe friend, Miss Joelle, is here. Oh no, these are just going to be leaves. I can't make it small enough. I put too much paint on that tip. I should probably clean my brush out. So if you just start with a big glob of paint, then, oh, now I can do feathers. You're going to have a big glob of paint. But if you take off a little bit of that paint, it makes it easier to deal with. So Miss Joelle, for all the people that are going to be watching in the future, is who I believe to be part of my bird tribe family. And she started that with all of us, but we all kept seeing birds everywhere and crazy, awesome birds. And it's been a really spectacular experience. Oh, layers like onions. It's been a really spectacular experience, awakening to the bird collective and awakening to the powers that they hold. And I mean, they're really remarkable creatures. And then they're like always watching. They're kind of like the spies for God, I feel like. Like they tell them when we're doing good things and they tell them when we're not doing good things. And maybe like help advise as to which direction we're supposed to fly now. I don't know, but birds, they are cool as bananas. And lately I've had crow coming up for me and like flying in front of my car as I drive out to our farm. No, I just said our farm. It's happening. It's happening. The manifestation is happening. When we drive out to our farm, no, we drive out to someone else's right now, but it's only temporary. And I see these crows in the middle of town flying right over the highway, and they just happen to go by every time at the same area. And it's like they're waiting for me, that they just have to say hello. So we're going to make some feathers. They're not perfect feathers, though, and they're not easy to make because it's a small space I'm working with. But in my mind, they're feathers or leaves. They can be whatever you want them to be. That's the best part about these shapes and these designs is people see different things in them. And since we've been celebrating the divine feminine lately, I know that that's like been a theme. I will come out and say that Christopher, my husband, thinks that all of my mandalas look like vaginas. And he's right. And even if I try not to make them look like vaginas, they come out looking like vaginas. And I talked about this actually with Joelle in our conversation we had at the Vibrary, and she's having some really awesome awakened folks coming on from all different genres and areas, and they did an awesome podcast talk show thing last night about a pet psychic, and I was so sad to miss it, but I hope she posts it and lets us be able to view it at a later date. I got to a point yesterday that I was a little bit frustrated of not having enough time in my day and in my life to be able to accomplish all the things that I want to accomplish and see all the things that I want to see. So you see this stripe here is a mistake, and we're just going to turn it into not a mistake. This is what we do in life, guys. We fuck up, and then we're like, oh wait, we gotta make it go away. Oh shit, we can't make it go away. Okay, we fucked up. What do we do? We just keep going. We move forward, and we figure out how to incorporate that fuck up into our lives, right? The book Return of the Bird Tribe tells the stories of the light bearers and peacekeepers. Oh man, so we are going to, I'm going to have to order that. I love ordering used books online. So this apparently was going to be a little stripy stripe, and that's going to do something. I don't know, but that's what I was told to do. And so it's going to look cool later on, and it guaranteed someone's going to say, wow, that little stripe that you put there, that's amazing. How, it just did this to the whole piece. And I'm going to be like, yeah, no, it was a mistake. Happens every time without fail. So yeah, I would love to read that book, Return of the Bird Tribe. And then we have Tabitha Brown calls them Oops Opportunities in her kids' educational show. I love that. Oops, I can't even talk about that. Opportunity. Oops, our opportunities. They are definitely opportunities to grow ourselves and choose to do different and choose to do better. And that's always a learning process for us. And I feel like that's but the biggest life lesson. Like, can you get up when you fall down? Can you move forward when you fuck up and make a mistake? Can you do it? That's the universe's test and question, because we get opportunities to grow and become different and to ascend and do it differently every day. Every day we get these opportunities. And it might be something as simple as you're at a red light and somebody runs through the red light, and it means that you have to slow down and not go when you want it to go. Like, you have to wait your patience, as Scarlett says. And instead of reacting and being like, what the heck is that asshole doing? You just decide to let it happen and be like, all right, well, maybe I'm not going to get in an accident 5 miles down the road because I was delayed here. Look at the challenges in life as opportunities to grow yourself. Look at challenges in this life as a way to do it differently. And there's been many times, like going through drug addiction and stuff like that, not at all anymore, but for probably a couple of years when life got hard, there was a time I reached out and was like, hey, dude, I need some stuff and I don't care. And he's like, wait, is this for you? I was like, yeah, I'm done. And he goes, nope, I'm not giving it to you. I was like, man. And that was like 2017. But I just you can choose to move forward. You can choose to grow past what holds you back, or you can choose to let it hold you down. Oh, we got more. And can you see how the perceived mistakes turn out to be woven into our mandala and look differently at the big picture? Absolutely. They just get woven right in. And the mistakes in mandala and the mistakes in life, they get woven into your basket or mandala or layers of life, your onion of life. everything gets woven in. And then when you look at it at the end, you don't see mess ups. You don't see, no one's going to look at me now. No one looks at me now and sees who I was in the past. They can't even comprehend that it's too far from who I am now to where I was. And we just, at the time, those mistakes and those hardships seem like such a big deal and something that you can't move past when you are trying to. But then if you just give it time, just like anything in this world, it ends up just kind of fading into your perfectly layered, beautiful flower. And all the things I learned through the darkness, I apply to life today. Oh no, Mama Mel. I'm so fired. So my youngest daughter, who's 8.5, has started making these little earrings, and they're the cutest little things ever. And I just had my board on them. But so yeah, I started adding this little V shape here. Just, if we always give our mandalas a buddy line, remember, you can't go on without your buddy. You need to have friends in this world. We're community animals. You don't want to keep animals in cages in solitude. We found out that that doesn't work. So we need to have a buddy in this life. And your buddies might change, and your buddies might become new or different, or your buddies might be someone and then turn into somebody else. You never know. But for the meantime, they're your buddies. So you got to have a buddy line. And the buddy lines always help to pop out the shape of whatever you're giving a buddy line to. She did get my creative DNA. I feel like we all have that creative DNA. I feel like we're going to do some dots. I need some dot action here. I feel like we all have this potential and this ability to be creative, but it's drowned out with toxic foods, toxic education, toxic stuff that kids go home to, toxic technology. Like, all of the toxicity drowns out that ability to be creative for children. And so when people are like, oh, your girls are so amazing, I'm like, yeah, but it's because we choose to do different stuff with their time, and they're able to grow those skills and to allow that knowledge to come in. Because if we're staying in a toxic place, taking one of their school worksheets here, I'm always managed to be unprepared in one way or another, but that's okay. I'll wipe off the end of that brush. So, by allowing children to escape the world of technology and toxic education and TV and computers and video games and all of those things that like keep us stuck in an alternate reality, they're able to find their creativity. Are we buddy lines? You know we are buddy lines there, Miss Joelle. You're definitely one of my buddy lines. I cannot tell you how impactful your messages to me were during the 1.5 years of freaking pinworm craziness. And I am so happy to finally like come out and say they have been gone for a while now. But it had a lot to do with the wisdom that lovely lady, Miss Joelle, I'm pointing because she's on the computer over there. But that the wisdom that you piped into my brain, and like your voice would come in and soothe me through whatever difficulty I was going through at the time. And I actually thought about that today, that chat with you on my porch last spring, and how grateful I was for that experience. So we are creating more buddy lines here around these handy dandy circles. I don't know what they are. They're like, we'll have to find out. We may never know. They might just be what they are. Not meant to be anything but. Sometimes we need to go back over things that we have done in the past and smooth out the surfaces and smooth out the edges of what we may have created or began to create. And so that's what we're doing right now with these previously drawn lines. We just go in and smooth them up, put on the finishing touches. I also want to say thank you, Joelle, because you really inspired me after that interview to like get my butt out here and do this more. I don't know what you said insanity to, but that's okay. Life is insanity. I love the spirit designed our mandala. Yes, and this is always spirit. I talked about that in part 4 of this creation about how I don't make these decisions. Spirit does, and God or whoever's talking to me, well, it's God or spirit. It's I do my protection stuff so that it's not anybody else and I don't really summon things. So yeah. Anywho, that God and creator is the benevolent voice that I'm hearing while I create these and telling me like what to do next. And I can only see 1 or 2 steps in advance of where I'm going to. So when I started here, I only saw these 6 petals in the middle and I didn't see anything else. I didn't have any idea of where the design was going to go next. And that's really how life is that we're given the keys usually to the next step of the process, but you don't see the final picture. You don't know where the story is going to end up or where the journey is going to lead. You just know that you need to take this right turn, and then that's all you know. For us recently, it was, you need to take these rabbits. And I was like, but it's 5. And God was like, you need to take these rabbits and show and prove like what you want, that you are capable of doing farm life and capable of caring for other creatures and taking on that responsibility. And I was like, but it's 5. And God was like, you've had all the messages, you do what you want with the information, but I've shown you the way, I've given you the messages, and it's your choice what you decide. And we have 5 rabbits now. We live in a townhouse. They have overtaken my living room and half of my back porch now. We take them on daily 2 and 3 hour car ride adventures every day. We go out to the farm and we play with Lucky, feed him and medicate him, and then they romp and run around like little bunny maniacs, living their best bunny lives. I'm going back to this area here with that triangle because I didn't like how the paint was like layering over it. And so I might end up going back over the details of these triangles in the end to fix up these edges, but I'm going to hold off for now because I'll get stuck doing that. And I want to keep creating. I can go over lines behind the scenes. There's been times I've wanted to paint on this behind the scenes, and then I'm like, no, because everybody's doing it with me. That would be terrible. And so I haven't, but I could go over lines and paint behind the scenes. Oh yeah, that was insanity. I believe the parasite battle was one to get me cleaned out, to like really detox and purge. And then I think that the parasite battle was also teaching me how to get to those levels of detoxing and purging. And I believe the parasite battle also had to do with spiritual attacks. And once I started sending those parasites back to the sender, they immediately were like leaving the body. And it was, I lit a fire out at Run Hill. I'm not supposed to do that. Don't call the cops. But I don't care if you do. There's no proof and evidence except that I said it. I incriminated myself. I went and I lit a fire and I had a ceremony and I said, please burn all the negative energy that's been pushed towards me, and please send all negative energy back to the original sender. And I immediately started feeling lighter, brighter, and those parasites literally were dropping dead out of me. And that, like, I'm a believer in God, I'm a believer in Jesus, and that took my belief, my faith, my knowing to a whole new level. I am not a judging person when it comes to my spirituality and what I choose to believe in my religion, but it's not my religion, it's my spirituality. And so I don't judge others, and I'm totally open and belief and kind of believe that it's like all the same thing. Because yeah, I mean, we could have a whole mandala session conversation on religion and spirituality and where it all comes from, but that's for a different day. For my spirituality, though, the moment that I did that, the moment that I sent them back to sender and watched the results unfold in my life, took my belief in God and creator and what is really happening with the higher will behind the scenes. Thank you about the Earth Keeper. I am, and I really stepped into and embraced that. That was such a beautiful way to describe who I've always felt like I was, but then like people always calling me crazy for the beliefs that I had. When you identified that during our interview and put it into those words, it really changed my perspective on who I am and like what I'm here to do. And I jumped like headfirst into the whole. I was very, I guess, overwhelmed by the influx of what 5 rabbits does to a household. We're getting ready to. One vet wanted to charge us $360 to spay or neuter 1 rabbit. I know and have faith that the finances will be provided in order for us to take care of the rabbits, and they have 100% been provided. However, like, I about shit a brick because I got 5 rabbits that need to be spayed and neutered, and I didn't really have. I thought that I was going to be spending about I don't know, $300 to $400 to do all of them, but I guess I don't know. So we're going to a different vet tomorrow to get the final say, and I just am gonna have to bend over and take it because we can't wait. We don't want to create more rabbits in this world, right? So yes, your beautiful perspective of this Earth Keeper archetype pushed me in a really cool direction, and so I'm super grateful. I'm now incorporating the bunnies into videos, and maybe one day doing like a whole bunny channel so that I can teach people that your life can be accommodating to animals that do need rescue. And they're great for vegan people because guess what? They eat all the same foods as I do, and I don't have to worry about feeding them meat products. They're also kind of like over personalitied cats that don't like to be touched and pet as much. They do tolerate love and cuddles from my kids, and they love when I go and feed them. But beyond that, they're not as much of like cuddle friends, although they might become so when they're older. Right now, they're very wiggly and they're very like much teenagers and children. This is a funny story, and the video I took, it is the year of the water rabbit, and they were born on the day of the year of the water rabbit, January 22nd, at a wildlife rehabber's house an hour and a half away from here. After she'd rescued 5 domestic adult rabbits, Mama, who is named Vivian Sage, gave birth to 4 beautiful bouncing babies. We have 2 black lion's head rabbits and 1 gray one and 1 that's like a buff color with gray spots coming through now, which is really cute. And they were born January 22nd, which was also, I believe, the new moon in Aquarius. So it was a very, I don't think if all those signs had been in place, I would have said yes, but it was like the universe was screaming at me, take the rabbits! And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I'll take the rabbits. So last night, they're getting into this stage of hormonal and territorial and wanting to like hump each other, and the one was humping the other one, and I took this video, and then when it was done I realized he'd been humping his face the whole time, and I'm still laughing about it because in the video I was like, he's fucking his face, he was fucking his face the whole time. Oh god, it's terrible, it's vulgar, it's terrible. But I took that video and meant to show it to my husband, and my kids saw it this morning, and they were laughing so hard because of how I was laughing. It definitely brought a lot of joy to our lives, that's for sure. I'm in tears again thinking about that. So we've been going through that. We've been going through the enjoyment. Love is in the air, doing it like rabbits, except they're all brothers and sisters. They're all doing it Oedipus Rex style. It's like, you guys, you came out of the same womb. Stop it. I guess they do it even if they're not able to reproduce just at this stage because their hormones are going crazy. But yes, it is springtime. Love is in the air. Hopefully it's not incestual love. I just can't. There's too much. There's too much already. So we are at the 3-minute countdown mark. I've got my computer telling me right now that it's 12:12. And I've got to hop back in the car to go fetch the girlies. This is my one time a week that I get a solid hour and 15 minutes to myself now, which is fine. It's okay. But I really enjoy this time, and I've started looking forward to it. I get up, I get myself ready, brush my teeth, pretend like I'm going to a job, and then do this and spend it with you guys, which just really, it brightens my day. So thank you for being here, and thanks for engaging with me, Joelle, and spending this time. I've had a great time laughing and conversating with you, even though I can't see you. Your energy was here, and when I was singing, I felt that like buzzing, heightened feeling, and it was really awesome. And so thank you for sharing your energy. You are so welcome for the song, and thank you for telling me it's a great job. I really enjoy these. I wanted to share it with people for a long time, and I was always scared to, but now I'm not scared. I'm having the courage to do life in a different way and to show up and be seen and all the things. So if you tuned in today after the live video, thank you for being here. If you want more nature and animal shares and wisdom from tidbits of what I'm hearing as I'm walking around, go check out the journey on Instagram. Naked Lady Mandalas, where I bare my naked soul and never my naked body. It's very rare to see me in my naked body, even though most of my life I spend it in a bikini. So I wish you all a beautiful day. Thank you again, Joelle, for being here. I look forward to seeing you all next Wednesday, and I hope we get to hang out and jam on then. Until that time, be out there, be kind, be love, show the world something better than maybe what you're witnessing and experiencing. Be the change you wish to see in the world. And with all of that, so much peace, so much love, and so much namaste. The soul within me recognizes the soul within you. Hasta luego, my friends. Adios. Peace. I can't turn it off. I don't know how to turn it off.